Hi, good morning everyone. So today I want to talk about the Reset Lifestyle Plan. Is this another diet plan that you're going to get? Absolutely not. Like it says, it's the Reset Lifestyle Plan. This is going to revolve around your lifestyle. This plan focuses on a word called reset, because it's about time that we reset our bodies and the way it manages and digests food. We reset our body so it can start actually performing and doing all the actions it needs to do efficiently and exactly in the way it was designed to. Now, this program should continue for about a week to 10 days. Okay, the concept is very general in nature. There will be a lot of you watching this who have diabetes, cardiovascular issues, cancer, weight loss problems. So you need to speak to your doctor, your physician, but mostly it's going to make sense to you. And for once, let's start using common sense than running to some professional for advice all the time. But yes, if you are on medication and you think it might affect that, then it's always better to speak to your doctor, your physician before starting any new program. Well, this is not going to be a diet program. This is called a Reset Lifestyle Plan. And you need to understand the science behind it. We're going wrong today, most of us, and we can see that with the rising number of statistics in terms of disease and inability to lose weight, with the amount of gyms we have, nutritionists, doctors, hospitals, medical technology, fancy medication, all of that stuff. We've just become sicker, fatter and fatter, most people. You know, if you look at the diabetes count, it's going to get worse by 2019, including cardiovascular. Cancer has become an epidemic. It's getting worse every single day, not just primary cancers, but metastatic cancers. By that I mean you have a cancer, you get treated the conventional way, your doctor says, hey, you're in remission, you go back to your lifestyle. 6 months later to a year, you come back with a metastatic cancer, a cancer that's spread to other organs in the human body. Diabetics, people with heart disease, you're on more fancy medication, you have more fancy equipment to tell you how bad your problem is or what your metrics are. But no one's telling you how to fix it, no one's telling you how to get better, no one's telling you how to get to the root cause. Thyroid issues, your doctor tells you, oh, you got to be on this thyroid medication for the rest of your life, and you take it, your TSH looks good, your T3 looks good, your T4 looks good, but guess what? You have other problems of fatigue, brain fog, hair loss, weight gain, a sluggish feeling of fatigue throughout the day because you've not gotten to the root cause of why you have a thyroid problem in the first case. And you think, oh, I'm on medication, it's all good. You're on a statin, your cholesterol's fine, so you think it gives you the right not to change your lifestyle, to continue smoking, to continue binging on alcohol, to continue eating all that junk food. So medication just blinds you from the actual cause. It's needed to sustain you and to maintain you, but it will never cure you until you take responsibility and accountability for your own health. And you wake up one day and say, I'm going to change this. Okay, I don't want a pill to keep me alive. I don't want a pill to keep my metrics in order. And yeah, we have to overcome two things that we don't like to hear too often. That is greed, okay, which is one of the #1 causes of disease, and laziness, sloth. Okay, and we don't know no human being likes to hear that you're lazy or you're indisciplined or you're greedy. We don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. If you want to heal, you face the truth. Most of us are living in denial today. Anyway, let's get straight back to the topic. The Reset Lifestyle Program. Forget about, for the next 1 week to 10 days, forget about all the diet programs that you're currently on, be it paleo, be it vegan, be it low carb, be it ketogenic, or whatever it is. Okay, a personal shout out. I have tens of thousands of clients who are probably on my personalized program right now. This may not be for you, but you can discuss it with our team because your programs are already customized as per your body type. This is for everyone else. You're going to break away from all your diets. A special shout out to senior citizens. I feel sorry because it's y'all who have to go through all this change that's happened over years. You have your kids telling you to eat whole wheat bread and eat quinoa and chia seeds and flax seeds. And you have one question, hey, listen, I was fine eating all these foods before. Why are you making me change my diet right now? Yeah, we kids, we younger generation try to change y'all according to the little knowledge that we've gained from social media and the internet, and we're bought and blinded by the false marketing of all these food companies. So yes, in our honest attempt to make you want to lead healthier lives, we're actually spoiling your health. The Reset Lifestyle Plan is about getting back to the staple diet that you grew up on. You're eligible if you can answer this one question. if your staple diet that you were fed when you were a child or that you ate when you grew up on, if it didn't make you sick for 12 to 15 years of your life, that is exactly the diet you should be eating for the next 1 week and the next 10 days to realize how good that is for your body. Let's understand, the moment you finish breastfeeding, the first few foods that go into your system post that, be it your wheat, be it your white bread, be it your dals, your pulses, your animal protein, your milk, your eggs, all of that stuff. That food is information to your genes. Those genes, that genetic predisposition, that genetic sequencing is done and built on those first few staple foods that you were brought up on. Food is information to your genes. So after breastfeeding, you were still growing. Your liver, your lungs, your heart, your mental capacity, your bones, your body, your cells, everything was growing based on those foods that you ate post breastfeeding. And if you were fine for 10 to 15 years of your life with that food, you didn't have thyroid issues, you didn't have diabetes, you didn't have any of these issues, that is exactly the food that your genes are expecting even today. Now I can practically see the expression on all those diabetics out there and cardiovascular patients and stuff like that saying, oh my God, but white bread and all of this stuff. Guess what? It is not white bread. That is not the reason you have diabetes today. It is not your dokla or your dosa or your idli or your parathas and your white butter and all of that stuff. Your ghee and your coconut oil and your mustard oil and your peanut oil that was staple to your diet. That's not the reason you got cardiovascular problems. That is not the reason you got diabetes. You got these problems because your lifestyle changed at some point. And if you introspect and you be honest with yourself, you will find that it was your lifestyle that changed. You started over-consuming sugar. You started over-consuming white bread. You started over-consuming the wrong oils, the vegetables oils, and all the processed food. You started moving less because we all started having drivers or cars and all of that stuff. Our lifestyle changed. Don't blame the white flour. Don't blame the white bread. And because our lifestyle changed and we got a condition today, yes, the foods that you grew up on may not be great for you right now, but it's not the reason that caused it. Most of us grew up having white sugar in our daily chai. Most of us grew up eating white bread. Most of us grew up eating wheat parathas or all of these things. Yes, it's true, the quality of wheat has changed. The quality of our digestive system has also changed. We've got weaker digestive systems today, and hence we cannot break down most of these foods. So again, don't blame the food. Blame your digestive system and the lifestyle you chose that has rendered your digestive system weak today. All of you out there having your green juice every morning, thinking that you're adding health to your body, I would say tread with caution. Because our staple diet didn't require us to have that amount of green juices every single day. Most of us grew up on our staples, which could be maize or corn or wheat or white rice or sorghum, jowar, bajra, and all of that stuff. We had white rice. We didn't have brown rice. Today, most of the brown rice holds anti-nutrients like arsenic in it. Yes, nutritionists and people all over the world will show you that brown rice is healthier than white rice because it's got fiber, it's got a little more protein, it's got a little more iron. But the wisdom of our elders, they hulled the rice because they knew that the brown coating, the bran, contained anti-nutrients. It contained the arsenic, which is poison to the human body in higher quantities, and they ate white rice and they didn't have diabetes. So the point is today, whatever you grew up on, for the next 10 days, I want you to eat that same diet, but respect lifestyle. Do not overeat it. So all the gujus out there, don't think you have a free pass to eat in your doklas. You can, but quantity-wise, 2 pieces, 3 pieces. Do not overeat. Do not get up from your meal feeling stuffed. Get up having fed yourself without feeling overstuffed. So if you ate white bread, yes, for the next 1 week and the next 10 days, I want you to eat white bread. I want you to have white sugar in your tea. I want you to soak your dals for 16 to 18 hours like our elders did it. I want you to soak your legumes. I want you to pressure cook it. I want you to eat it. If your salad was just a cucumber, which could be diced onion and maybe a little bit of cucumber and all of that stuff. That should be your salad. Forget about your iceberg lettuce. Forget about all of that fancy stuff. It's not bad. But we are going back to your genes. We are going back and giving your food what your genetic sequencing was built up on. And for the next 10 days, you will find that things like bloating, acidity, and all of these issues will actually slowly get better. Guess what? You may even lose some weight. Because today, half of India is eating quinoa. Half of America is eating quinoa. But guess what? Everyone's eating it the wrong way. Yes, we all know that quinoa has a little more protein and fiber, and it's a light grain. Some so-called people don't even call it a grain, and they say, oh, it's light, it's low carb, so we lose weight. But guess what? Start moving your focus away from just weight loss. You have immunity to look at. You have your gut health to look at. We got to stop being so shallow when it comes to our bodies and weight loss. Because let me tell you something. When you get contracted with a disease like cancer or something more deadly, you will automatically lose more weight. Quinoa was never supposed to be opened from a packet and cooked. If you look at the ancient staple way of eating quinoa, people soaked quinoa for 24 hours. They let it ferment. They let it literally rot, and they pressure cooked it. What do we do today? Cut open the packet, wash it, cook it, do a stir fry, have a fancy quinoa porridge or a quinoa stir fry, and all of a sudden it's become the talk of society. Oh, I'm on a quinoa diet, I have quinoa, I don't do grains and stuff like that. And guess what? You lose 2-3 kilos and you think you're healthy. Guess what? You're not, because you started deteriorating your gut health. Quinoa is a pseudo grain. It's one of the worst grains for your gut. Secondly, why do we have so many cultural differences when it comes to food? Chinese eat Chinese food and they're healthy with Chinese food. Italians eat Italian food and they're healthy with Italian food. Just look at Indians. We try to eat Italian. We try to take a little from South America. We take a little bit from the Mediterranean. We take a little bit from the Chinese, like tofu. We take a little bit from the Thai culture, and we're the sickest nation. It's disgraceful. It's shameful. We have obesity in children today. We have human beings and women in our society whose day revolves around their bodies and weight loss. You know, it's shameful what we're doing. Whereas we're built on a culture that has wisdom in our own Indian food. And guess what? We moved away from it. And people say, oh, Indian food is unhealthy. It's got ghee, it's got samosa, it's got fried snacks. Guess what? Don't blame the food. Blame yourself, because you overeat out of greed. You don't move because of laziness. You're trying to adapt a Western culture that does not suit your genetic predisposition. And that is the reason why you are sick today. You think your wealth can buy you the best medication and the best hospital suites and the best doctors. And India is the #1 country which thrives on name-dropping doctors. Oh, I have the best surgeon. I have the #1 oncologist. I have the #1 diabetologist. And guess what? You're still sick. And you're still unhealthy. And that pill that a pharmaceutical company is right now developing to just treat your symptoms you think it makes you healthy. You are unhealthy if you're on more than 2 to 3 pills at any point on your life. You are unhealthy. It doesn't matter what life insurance you have, what health insurance you have, or which goddamn doctor or nutritionist you know. At the end of the day, face the truth. You are unhealthy, and your unhealthiness is creating a culture of unhealthiness. And the message that we're sending down to our new generation is pathetic. Get back to your normal routine diet, respecting portion sizes, not overeating, moving more, okay? Make time for your yoga, make time for your pranayama. Forget about your 1 hour of CrossFit. It's great for you as movement, but guess what? It also has its side effects. Go back to simplicity. So if you decide to sign up for the Reset Lifestyle program for the next 1 week to 10 days, and all the senior citizens out there, I'm sorry, but you live in fear today. Fear created by our generation. People telling you to go for unnecessary screening tests and CT scans and all of these things, where deep down you know that you will heal naturally if we just let you be by yourselves and let you eat the foods that you grew up on. Because every old person out there, sorry, not old, and every senior person out there knows that they were not sick in the first 15 years of their life. They started getting sick when we started introducing all this modern crap. Gluten-free foods. It's a scam. You should know that right now. Gluten is not the problem. Gluten may be a problem for someone who's celiac, But it's so easy for the rest of the world to blame their problems on gluten. You need to be careful of more lectins. Lectins is what certain grains contain, certain vegetables contain. There are thousands of lectins. Gluten is one of the lectins that we've taken out and put all the limelight on. The problem is not just gluten, the problem is lectins. And that's why we have gut issues. That's why we have leaky gut, where we have autoimmune, and then we have thyroid issues, we have cancers, we have diabetes, and we have all of those issues. So if you have the guts and the conviction to get onto the Reset Lifestyle program, that starts from tomorrow morning. So today you introspect, you go back to your childhood, and guess what? Your staple diet's going to make you happy if it was done the right way. The only question you need to ask you is, was your staple diet healthy for you at that point? Which means, were you sick in the first 10 to 15 years of your life? If you were not, tomorrow Gujaratis, go back to your Guju breakfast and your lunch and your dinner. Dump the quinoa, dump the brown rice, dump all of that stuff. Keralites, go back to your coconut oil. Wake up to your idlis and your dosas. But yeah, look at South India today. You overeat your idlis and your dosas. You overeat your rice. You have a pile of rice on your plate. And that's why you have diabetes in your country. You moved the vegetable oils away from coconut oil, which is therapeutic. And there's an article from BBC floating over the last 10 days about coconut oil and saturated fat. Ignore. Focus on lifestyle. India grew up on peanut oil, mustard oil, saturated oils, and fats like ghee, which is therapeutic. Coconut oil, which is therapeutic. Go back to your wisdom. Stop looking at the goddamn West. They were the sickest countries. We adopted their practices, and today we've become the sickest nation and the most shameful nation when it comes to the way we have evolved when it comes to health. It's time to reclaim that. It's time to take accountability and responsibility. It is not your doctor's responsibility to keep you healthy. It is your responsibility. It is your doctor's, nutritionist, and healer's responsibility to guide you, put you on the right path. But guess what? You keep asking for quick fixes. There are entrepreneurs and pharmaceuticals who are going to be developing that quick fix because they know they have that market that you have created for a quick fix, and you decrease your quality of life. You're living longer today, but you're living sicker. You're living longer, but you're spending more time in hospitals or on flights going to Sloan's and Mount Sinai and all the big names that you can drop. You're still sick. Go back to your staple diet starting from tomorrow. If you go on, have your fish curry and rice, and don't do it with brown rice, do it with white rice. Do it with red rice. If you're not Indian, wake up to your paratha tomorrow and your white butter. But don't think you can have that and have your mid-snack at Burger King and KFCs and all of that stuff. It's not aligned. Eat all of your snacks at home. Don't overeat it. Have your 2 cups of tea in a day. The idea for this is, I know so many people are going to say, oh, does it guarantee me weight loss? Listen, guys, weight loss is not a game. Weight loss is something you earn and you build your body towards it. This is to reset your body and for you to observe and be in tune with your body and realize how many problems you have will now disappear when you start giving your cells what they grew up on. Because food is information to your genes. And the problem today, why we have more sicknesses, because your genes and your cells are not getting that right information from the food that we eat. A body that never grew up on quinoa suddenly starts eating quinoa, or the kiwi fruit, or blueberries when you live in India. Blueberries is not even tuned into our genetic disposition. It may be great for locals living in a place where blueberries grow. Italian food, you really think Italian and Mediterranean is going to be healthy for you? Absolutely not. First of all, India, you got it wrong. Pasta was never a main course. When you look at Italian cuisine, pasta is not a main course. Pasta becomes part of their starter, which means they eat it in small proportions, in small portions. But look at India today. Pasta is your main course. Highly carbohydrate with that crappy white sauce, few vegetables in, and we think, oh, great pasta, what a fantastic food. It's useless. We've understood food the wrong way. You want to understand food? Get back into the wisdom of India. We have the best food, we have the best medicine, we have the best lifestyle, which we spoiled because we tried to adopt and live the way of the West. I don't have anything against the West. For people living in the West, that's great for you. But you're not living in the West, you're living in India with different geographies, different soils, different climates, different temperatures, a different environment, a different culture, a different genetic disposition. So don't think Italian food may sound fancy in all your high society talks, and the ketogenic diet may seem fancy because some white dude started doing it, and all of you lose it for 3 to 4 kilos for about a month. A ketogenic diet is a medical diet. It was designed for brain tumor and brain cancer patients and for people with epilepsy. Okay, your cells still need carbohydrates. So lose 4 to 5 kilos if that's what makes you feel accepted as a human being, accepted by your friends, accepted by society. If that's your driving force, I should tell you right now, look for love in different areas of life. You're plugging a hole to please society with your quick weight loss of 4 to 5 kilos. Lose weight, it's good for you. I don't want you to be fat, that's bad for you. I want you to lose weight the healthy way. There is no shortcut to weight loss. There is no shortcut. So any fancy diet will make you it is designed to make you think that, hey, I'll lose weight and I'll be beautiful. Most of the people who lose weight today are still depressed because they filled the wrong hole. Have a good day, everyone. Eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. Once again, I want to know if you sign up for the Reset Lifestyle program. All the uncles, aunties out there, not in a disrespectful form, but senior citizens, everyone out there, please go back to your original diet for a week to 10 days and let me know how you feel. It is going to change the way you think and change the way you live. And guess what? You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy eating the foods that you grew up on. And happiness is everything when it comes to cellular health and weight loss. You see depressed people struggling in gyms and going on fancy diets. They lose a little weight. They stand in mirrors getting more depressed and they're unhappy. You can be happy and you can lose weight. You've got to understand the connection between positive emotions and weight loss, positive emotions and cancer, positive emotions and your health. We're living in a world of fear today. And most people who don't know their disease, like you look in tribal villages, you look in rural India, they don't know they're sick. They just make changes and they're happy. There are people who have lived with a hole in their heart till 65 years old, and then their kids say, hey, Dad, do this test. In that honest attempt to care. And suddenly, the 65-year-old man determines he has a hole in his heart, and all of a sudden, cardiologists say, oh, we got to fix it. Guess what? You live 65 years of your life without a problem. You're going to live the rest of your life without a problem. The problems will start if you get into that hospital, open up your heart, and start all those treatments. If you live fine up till now, you will live the next few years without a single problem. Use your logic, use your common sense, and live your life. You're better off that way. Have a great day, everyone.